Happy Halloween, YouTube. And what a scary time it is in our country here in the United States, nay, in all of the world. What a scary time it really is. Um, so, just some thoughts and predictions about this new um, reopening or new investigation of the FBI into Hillary Clinton and the Weiner emails and all the files contained on Anthony Weiner's device that he shared with Huma Abedin. Um, Personally, I think that one of the reasons that this was reopened is obviously because of the animosity from within some of these agencies, right? Uh, Even though I don't support necessarily agencies like the FBI or the NSA or the CIA, I think inherently they're crooked and they've been bought out, so to speak. But that doesn't mean that every individual who works in one of those agencies follows that kind of ethos. And I think a lot of people who take jobs, in law enforcement like that, um, they do so because they want to make their community a better place, right? They want to make the community at large safer. They want to get rid of bad guys. And so when they see this clear case of, oh my gosh, we're letting one of the biggest bad guys in history get away scot free, there's a lot of resentment from within, and there's a lot of people who are, probably threatening all kinds of different things um, if these agencies don't do what they're supposed to. And uh, I think there could be another Edward Snowden type difficulty in terms of you probably have a lot of people in the NSA and in the CIA who are like, look, we have this information. Everyone knows it's true that we have every email ever sent by every living human being with an internet connection ever, backed up somewhere. This isn't unfeasible. The technology's there. Memory is cheap. If you don't know about computers that well, do a small amount of research and you can understand the NSA has everything that's ever been transmitted across, internet lines. I can almost guarantee you there is very, very little that they haven't been able to intercept. Um, so that's one part of this is that we already have all these emails. Our government agencies have them. There are people working within these agencies who know what kind of stuff is in there, what kind of incriminating evidence is there. Um, I can almost guarantee you that this whole notion that WikiLeaks and O'Keefe and the DC leaks and Guccifer and all that getting their information from Russian hackers, from the Russian government, it's nonsense, right? This is internal. It came from our agencies. We're the ones with the real. Uh, yes, Russia has uh, very intelligent, very capable hackers. China has the same. There are places in the world where they have capable IT people who could get at this information. But in terms of resources and experience, right? The United States, the internet was born here. All right. So if you want to know where the best IT people here in the world are, they're here in the U.S., right? Where are the best hackers? They're many of them are working at places like the NSA, the FBI, and the CIA. So that's one side of this is that our government already owns all this data, and there's probably a push from within to release it because it's not Russian hackers, right? We've already got it. And the second part of this prediction, and here's where I could be wrong, but my gut tells me that due to the kind of interest that Anthony Weiner had vis-a-vis underage girls, and due to the kind of relationship Bill Clinton had with Jeffrey Epstein and his penchant for underage girls, I'm going to make a prediction that all of these 650,000 documents link either Hillary or Bill Clinton. Almost certainly they directly link Bill Clinton to the Westminster pedophile dossier, right? If you're familiar with that, there's some resources on the internet. You can go look it up, the Westminster pedophile dossier. It's essentially been an ongoing investigation since the 80s into rampant pedophilia at the upper levels of UK government. Um, and some of the things born out of that investigation, we've learned, and I'm sure again our NSA and our CIA, they know, right? They know this information. That the hub of all this activity is in Belgium, that it's somewhat operated at its highest levels through the Parliament uh, agencies in the UK, and through the top layer of political management there. But so what's going to happen here in the U.S. is all these people in the U.S. who are involved with that stuff are going to get dragged out into the light. Um, Evidence is going to come forth that connects Bill Clinton to pedophilia, to these people listed in the Westminster pedophile dossier. Probably Hillary Clinton is directly going to be implicated in enabling her husband's pedophilia. She probably has made some direct comments about Anthony Weiner's pedophilia. Um, and so that's my gut feeling and my prediction. I'm saying that these 650,000 Weiner documents are going to show that Hillary was, number one, complacent, knew and understood about the pedophilia and was complacent, and it didn't bother her. And probably even more so, probably was in some way connected to covering up her husband's pedophilia, covering up Weiner's pedophilia maybe years ago, maybe just discussing it in a jovial kind of fashion. She's going to be implicated in this huge, um, you know, pedophilia scandal that's really been pushed aside by the mainstream media. This investigation has been going on in earnest again since about 2013, and it's sort of difficult to understand where all the pieces lie right now. Uh, but basically, there's a bunch of really rich people across planet Earth, and one of their hobbies is pedophilia, right? And so part of what they do is they give kickbacks to government officials and law enforcement officials and whatever, so that they can maintain their habits and not go to jail. And I think we're going to see that some of these documents coming out of the Weiner machine um, are going to implicate Hillary in this whole mess too, and that she's somehow complacent and cooperating and maybe even contributing to uh, the pedophilia that's going on a worldwide scale. So those are my thoughts. Go ahead and tell me what you think if you care to do so, or just refer back to this in a year when Hillary's in jail. Thanks.